2 o'clock in the morning.
George.
Well, I'm sorry, Martha, but you know
What a cluck you are.
it's late, you know, late.
What a dump. Hey, what's that from? What a dump.
Martha.
Oh, come on, what's it from? You know, it's...
What's what from?
What's it from? For Christ's sake, it's...
I haven't the faintest idea.
It's from some goddamn Bette Davis picture, from some goddamn Warner Brothers epic.
I can't remember all the pictures that come out every single year.
I'm not asking you to remember every goddamn Warner Brothers epic, just one single little epic. Bette Davis is in it, and she's got the paranoiditis, and she's married to Joseph Cotton or something.
Or somebody.
And she wants to go to Chicago all the time because she's in love with that actor with the scar, and she gets sick, and she sits down at her dressing room table.
What actor? What scar?
I don't know the name of the actor. What's the name of the picture? I want to know what the name of the picture is. She sits down at her dressing room table, and she tries to put her makeup on, and she can, and she gets lipstick all over her face, and she decides to go to Chicago anyway.
Chicago! It's called Chicago. The picture is called Chicago.
Good grief. Don't you know anything? Chicago is a 30s musical starring Little Miss Alice Faye. Don't you know anything?
Well, that was probably before my time.
All right, cut it out. This picture. Bette Davis comes home from a hard day at the grocery store.
She works in the grocery store?
She's a housewife. She buys things. And she comes home into the modest living room of the modest cottage that modest Joseph Cotton has set her up in.
Are they married?
Yes, they're married to each other, Cluck. And she comes in, and she puts her bags down, and she looks around, and she says, what a dump.
Oh.
She's discontent.
Oh.
Well, what's the name of the film?
I really don't know, Martha.
Well, think!
I'm tired, dear. It's late, and besides...
I don't know why you're so tired. You didn't do anything. You didn't have any classes or anything all day.
Well, I'm tired. If your father didn't have these goddamn Saturday night orgies all the time, maybe I could get a weekend.
That's just too bad about you, George.
Well, that's how it is anyway.
And you didn't do anything. You never do anything. You never mixed. You just sit around and talk.
Well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to act like you do? Do you want me to go around all night braying at everyone the way you do?
I don't bray.
All right, you don't bray.
I do not bray.
All right, I said you didn't bray.
Make me a drink.
Hmm?
I said make me a drink.
I don't suppose a nightcap would kill either one of us.
A nightcap? Are you kidding? We've got guests.
What?
Guests.
Guests?
Yes.
When?
Now.
Good Lord, Mother, do you know what time it... Who's coming over?
What's their name?
Who?
What's their name?
Who? What's their name?
I don't remember their name, George. You met them tonight. They're new. He's in the math department or something.
Martha, who are these people?
You met them tonight, George.
I don't remember meeting anyone tonight.
Well, you did. He's about 30, and he's in the math department.
And he's good looking?
Yes, and good looking.
Figures.
And his wife's a mousy little type without any hips or anything.
Oh.
Oh, you remember them now.
Oh, yes, I suppose I do, Martha. But why in God's name are we having them over here now?
Because Daddy said we should be nice to them. That's why.
Oh, Lord.
Would you make me a drink, please? Daddy said we should be nice to them. Thank you.
Yes, Martha, but I'm sure your father didn't mean we were supposed to have them past 2 o'clock. I mean, we could have them over some Sunday or something.
Well, never mind. Besides, it is Sunday. Very early Sunday.
It's ridiculous.
Well, it's done.
I wish you'd tell me something sometime. I wish you'd stop springing things on me all the time.
I do not spring things on you all the time.
Yes, you do. You really do. You're always springing things on me.
Oh, George.
Always.
Oh, poor Georgie, porgy, put upon pie. What are you doing, huh? Are you sulking? Hey, let me see. Are you sulking? Is that what you're doing?
Never mind, Martha.
Oh.
Just don't bother yourself.
Oh. Hey. 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 Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf? Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf. Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf? What's the matter? You didn't think that was funny, huh? I thought it was a scream. A real scream. You didn't like it, huh?
It was all right, Martha.
You laughed your goddamn head off when you heard it at the party.
I smiled. I didn't laugh my head off. I smiled, you know. It was all right.
You laughed your goddamn head off.
It was all right.
It was a scream.
It was very funny, yes.
You make me puke.
That wasn't a very nice thing to say.
That wasn't what?
A very nice thing to say.
I like your anger. I think that's what I like most about you is your anger. You're such a simp. You haven't got the
guts.
Phrase maker. Hey, put some more ice in my drink, will you? You never put any ice in my drink. Why is that?
I always put ice in your drink. You eat it, that's all. It's that habit you have, chewing your ice cubes like a cocker spaniel. You'll crack your big teeth.
They're my big teeth.
Some of them.
I've got more big teeth than you've got.
No, I suppose there are two more.
2 more's a lot more.
I suppose it is. I suppose it's pretty remarkable considering how old you are.
You're going bald.
So are you. Hello, honey.
Hello. Come over here and give Mommy a great big sloppy kiss.
Now.
I want a great big sloppy kiss.
Not now, Martha. Besides, where are these people? Where are these people you've invited over?
Oh, they stayed on to talk to Daddy. They'll be here. Now, why don't you want to kiss me?
Well, dear, if I kissed you, I'd get all excited. I'd probably take you by force right here on the living room rug, and then our little guest would walk in and, well, just think what your father would have to say about that.
You pig! Hey, make me another drink, love.
My God, you can swill it down, can't you?
I'm thirsty.
Jesus.
Hey, I can drink you under any goddamn table you want, sweetheart, so don't you worry about me.
I gave you the prize years ago, Martha. There isn't an abomination award going that you haven't already.
I swear to God, if you existed, I'd divorce you.
Well, why don't you just keep on your feet, don't you? These people are your guests and all.
I can't see you. I haven't been able to see you for years.
And if you pass out or throw up or something.
I mean, you're nothing. You're a blank. You're a cipher.
And try to keep your clothes on, will you? There aren't many more sickening sights than you with a couple of drinks in you and your skirt up over your heads.
Zero.
Well, your heads, I should say.
Party! Party.
I'm really looking forward to this, Martha.
Well, answer the door.
You answer it.
Get to that door, you. I'll fix you.
To you.
Come in! I said get over there.
All right, love. Whatever love wants. Isn't it nice, though, how some people have manners in this day and age? Isn't it nice how some people won't come breaking into other people's houses, even if they do hear some subhuman monster yowling at them from inside?
Fuck you!
Ah! Come on in. Don't shy away from the
Come
monster.
on in.
Come on.
Hi, hello.
You must be our little guest.
Just ignore old sourpuss over there. Come on in, kids. Just give your coats and stuff to old sourpuss.
Well, no, perhaps we shouldn't have come.
Yes, it's late and
Lit, are you kidding? Drop your stuff anywhere and come on in.
Furniture, floor, doesn't make a difference around this place.
I told you we shouldn't have come.
I said come on in. Now come on.
oh dear.
Cut that out.
Martha. Martha's a devil with language, she really is.
Hey, kids. Sit down.
Isn't this lovely?
Yes, indeed. Very handsome.
Well, thanks.
Who did the,
Oh, that's...
That was by some Greek with a mustache Martha attacked one night in the...
It's got a
relaxed quality, maybe?
No, it's got a...
How about a quietly relaxed, noisy intensity?
No, what I meant was...
How about a certain pungent, noisy intensity?
Dear, you're being joshed.
I'm aware of that.
I am sorry. What it is, actually, it's a pictorial representation of the order of Martha's mind.
Make the kids a drink, George. What do you want, kids? What would you like to drink, huh?
Honey, what would you like to drink?
Oh, I don't know. A little brandy, maybe? Never mix, never worry.
Brandy? Just brandy? Simple, simple. And what about you?
Bourbon on the rocks, if you don't mind.
Mind? I don't mind. I don't think I mind. Martha, rubbing alcohol for you?
Sure. Never mix, never worry.
Martha's tastes have come down, simplified over the years, crystallized. Back when I was courting Martha, well, I don't know if that's exactly the right word for it, but back when I was courting Martha,
Screw, sweetie.
At any rate, back when I was courting Martha, she'd order the damnedest things, you wouldn't believe it. We'd go to a bar, you know, a whiskey, beer, and bourbon bar, and what Martha would do would be, she'd screw up her face, think real hard, and come up with brandy Alexanders, creme de cacao frappes, gimlets, flaming punch bowls, 7-layer liqueur things.
They were good. I liked them.
Real ladylike little drinkies.
Hey, where's my rubbing alcohol?
But the years had brought to Martha a sense of the essentials. The knowledge that cream is for coffee, lime juice for pies, and alcohol, pure and simple. Here you are, Angel, for the pure and simple, for the mind's blind eye, the heart's ease, and the liver's crawl, down the hatch all.
Cheers, dears. You have a poetic nature, George. A real Dylan Thomas-y quality that gets me right where I live.
Vulgar girl with yes here.
Hey. Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf? Virginia Woolf, Virginia Woolf. Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf?
That was so funny. Wasn't that funny?
Yes, it was.
I thought I'd bust a gut. I really did. I really thought I'd bust a gut. George didn't like it. George didn't think it was funny at all.
Lord, Martha, do we have to go through this again?
I'm just trying to shame you into having a sense of humor, Angel, that's all.
Martha didn't think I laughed loud enough. Martha thinks that unless, as she demurely puts it, that unless you bust a gut, you aren't amused. You know, unless you carry on like a hyena, you're not having any fun.
Well, I certainly had fun. It was a wonderful party.
Yes, it certainly was.
Oh, and your father, he is so marvelous.
Yes, yes, he is.
Oh, I tell you.
He's quite a guy, isn't he? Quite a guy.
And you better believe it.
Oh, he is a wonderful man.
I'm not trying to tear him down. He's a god, we all know
You
that.
lay off my father.
All right, love. What I mean is, when you've been to enough of these faculty parties, everything sort of...
I rather
blends.
appreciated it. Aside from enjoying it, I appreciated it. You know, when you're new in a place, meeting everyone, getting introduced around, getting to meet some of the men. When I was teaching in Kansas,
You won't believe it, but we had to make our way all by ourselves. Isn't that right, Dee?
Yes, it is.
You wouldn't believe it, but we had to make our own way. I had to go up to wives, you know, in the library, at the supermarket, and say, "Hi, I'm new here. You must be Mrs. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so's wife." It really wasn't nice at all.
Well, Daddy knows how to run things.
He's a remarkable man.
You bet your sweet life.
Let me tell you a secret, baby. There are easier things in this world if you happen to be teaching at a university. There are easier things than being married to the daughter of the president of that university. There are easier things in this world.
It should be an extraordinary opportunity. For some men, it would be the chance of a lifetime.
There are, believe me, easier things in this world.
Well, I can understand how it might make for some awkwardness, perhaps.
Some men would give their right arm for the chance.
Alas, Martha, in reality, it works out that the sacrifice is of a somewhat more private portion of the anatomy.
No.
I wonder if you could show me where the,
Martha.
Honey, are you all right?
Yes, dear. I just want to put some powder on my nose.
Martha, won't you show her where we keep the euphemism?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Come on with me. I want to show you the house.
I think I'd like
Wash
to.
up, of course. Come on with me. You two do some men talk for a while.
We'll be back here.
You really burn me up,
All
George.
right.
You really
Okay,
do.
Martha,
George.
okay, just trot along.
Really
Okay,
do.
vanish, vanish!
Come on.
So, what'll it be?
I'll stick to bourbon, I guess.
Is that what you were drinking at Parnassus?
Over at...
Panassus.
I don't understand.
Skip it. One bourbon.
Thanks.
It's just a private joke between little old Martha and me. So, you in the math department, eh?
No, no.
Well, Martha said you were. I think that's what she said. What made you decide to become a teacher?
Oh, all the same things that motivated you, I imagine.
What were they?
Pardon?
I said, what were they? What were the things that motivated me?
Well, I'm sure I don't know.
You just finished saying that the things that motivated you were the same things that motivated me.
I said I imagined they were.
Oh. Did you? Well. You like it here?
Yes, I like it
I'm
fine.
at the university.
Oh, I thought you meant...
Yes, I can see you did. I meant the university.
Well, I like it. Fine. Just fine. You've been here quite a while, haven't you?
Hmm? Oh, yes, ever since I married, what's her name? No, Martha. Before that. Forever. Dashed hopes and good intentions. Good, better, best, bested. How do you like that for declension, young man, eh?
Sir, I'm
you
sorry
didn't answer
for
my
you,
question.
sir.
Don't you condescend me. I was asking you how you like that for declension. Good, better, best, bested. Well?
I really don't know what to say.
You really don't know what to say.
All right, what do you want me to say? Do you want me to say it's funny so you can contradict me and say it's sad? Or do you want me to say it's sad so you can turn around and say, oh no, it's funny? You can play that damn little game any way you want, you know.
Very good, very good.
I think when my wife comes back,
All
we'll just...
right. Just calm down, my boy. Just calm down. All right? You want another drink? Here,
I
give
still
me a
have
glass.
one. I
Here,
do
I'll
think
freshen
with
it
my
for you.
wife-
Here, give me a glass.
It just seems like you and your wife are having some sort of a...
Martha and I are having nothing. Martha and I are merely exercising, that's all. We're merely walking what's left of our wits. Pay no attention to it.
Still.
So, let's just sit down and talk, huh?
It's just, I don't like to become involved in other people's affairs.
Oh, you'll get over that. Small college and all. Musical beds is the faculty sport around here.
Sir.
Musical beds is the faculty... never mind. She wouldn't go all sir like that. You know, with the question mark at the end. I know it's meant to be a sign of respect for your... elders, but the way you do it. Sir, madam...
No disrespect intended.
How old are you?
28.
I'm 40-something. Doesn't that surprise you? I mean, don't I look older? Doesn't this gray quality suggest the 50s? Don't I sort of fade into the background, get lost in the cigarette smoke, huh?
I think you look fine.
I haven't put on 5 pounds since I was your age. I've always been lean. I haven't got a paunch either. What I've got this little distension just below the belt, but it's hard flesh, it's not soft. I use the handball courts quite often. How much do you weigh?
Well...
150, 155, something like that. Do you play handball?
Well, yes. No, not very well.
Oh, well, we shall sometime. Martha is 125 years old. I imagine she weighs somewhat more than that.
Your wife weighs?
No, my boy. Yours, your wife. My wife is Martha.
Yes, I know.
If you were married to Martha, you would know what that means. But then, if I were married to your wife, I would know what that means too, wouldn't I?
Yes.
So, Martha says you're in the math department or something.
No, I'm not.
Well, Martha said you were. Maybe you should be in the math department or something.
I'm a biologist. I'm in the biology department.
Oh. Oh!
Sir.
You're the one. You're the one who's going to cause all the trouble with the genes, or rearranging the chromosomes, or whatever it is. Isn't that right?
Not exactly. Chromosomes.
I'm really very mistrustful. Do you believe that people learn nothing from history? Not that there is nothing to learn, mind you, but that people learn nothing. I am in the history department.
Well...
I'm a doctor. A.B. M.A. Ph.D. Amifid. Amifid has been variously described as a wasting disease of the frontal lobes and as a wonder drug. It's actually both. I'm really very mistrustful. Biology, huh? I read somewhere that Science fiction isn't really fiction at all. That you people are rearranging my genes so that everyone will look like everyone else. Now, I won't have that. It would be a shame. I mean, just look at me. Is it really such a good idea if everyone was 40-something and looked 55? You didn't answer my question about history.
This genetic business you're talking about?
Oh, that's very upsetting. Very disappointing. But history is a great deal more disappointing. I am in the history department.
Yes, you've told me.
I know. I shall probably tell you several more times. Martha often tells me that I'm in the history department, as opposed to being the history department in the sense of running the history department. I do not run the history department.
I don't run the biology department.
Well, you're 21.
28.
28. Perhaps when you're 40-something and 55, you will run the history department.
Biology.
The biology department. I did run the history department for 4 years during the war, because everyone was away. Then, everyone came back, because no one got killed. That's New England for you. Isn't that amazing? Not one person in this whole city got his head shot off. That's pretty irrational. Your wife doesn't have any hips, does she? Has she?
What?
I don't mean to suggest that I'm hip-happy. I'm not one of those 36, 78 men. No, siree, not me. Everything in proportion. I was implying your wife is slim-hipped.
Yes, she is.
What are they doing up there? I assume that's where they are.
You know women.
Not one son of a bitch got killed. Of course, nobody bombed Washington. No, that's not fair. Do you have any kids?
No, not yet. You?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Indeed.
No kids, huh?
No, not yet.
People do. Have kids. That's what I was saying about history. You people are going to make them in test tubes, aren't you? You biologists. Babies. What will become of the tax deduction? Has anyone figured that out yet? But you are going to have kids. Anyway, in spite of history.
Well, yes. We want to wait a little until we're settled.
Oh. And this is your paradise? Penguin Island, Gomorrah, Illyria? You really think you're going to be happy here in New Carthage, eh?
I hope we'll stay here.
Well, every definition has its boundaries. It's not a bad college. I mean, it'll do. It isn't MIT. It isn't UCLA. It isn't the Sorbonne. Or Moscow U either, for that
I
matter.
don't mean forever.
Well, don't you let that get bandied about. Martha's father expects loyalty and devotion out of his staff. I was going to use a different word. Martha's father expects his staff to cling to the wall of this place, like the ivy, to come here and grow old, to fall in the line of service. One man, a professor of Latin and elocution, actually fell in the cafeteria line. He has been buried, as many of us have been, and as many of us will be, under the shrubbery around the chapel. It is said, and I have no reason to doubt it, that we make excellent fertilizer. But the old man isn't going to be buried under the shrubbery. The old man isn't going to die. Martha's father has the staying power of those Micronesian tortoises. There are rumors, which you mustn't breathe in front of Martha, for she foams at the mouth, that the old man, her father, is over 200 years old. There's probably an irony involved in this, but I'm not drunk enough to figure out what it is. How many kids are you going to have?
I don't know. My wife is...
Slim-hipped. Have a drink.
Thanks.
Martha! Damn it. You asked me if I knew anything about women earlier. Well, one of the things I don't know about women is what they talk about while men are talking. I must find out sometime.
What do you want?
Isn't that a wonderful sound? What I mean is, what do you think they really talk about? Or don't you care?
Themselves, I would imagine.
George?
Do you find women puzzling?
Well, yes and no.
Uh-huh. Well, here's one of you at least.
She'll be right down. You must see this house, dear. It's such a wonderful old house.
Yes, it is.
Martha!
For Christ's sake, hang on a minute, will ya?
She'll be right down. She's changing.
She's what? She's changing.
Yes.
Her clothes?
Her dress.
Why?
Well, I imagine it's because she wants to feel more comfortable.
Oh, she does she?
You feel better, honey?
Yes, dear. Perfectly fine.
Oh, she wants to be comfortable, does she? Well, we'll see about that.
I didn't know until just a minute ago that you had a son.
What?
A son. I hadn't known.
Oh, you to know and me to find out. Well, he must be quite a big...
21. 21 tomorrow. Tomorrow's his birthday.
Well,
She told you about him?
Well, yes. Well,
She told you about him.
Yes.
You say she's changing?
Yes.
And she mentioned...
Your son's birthday, yes.
Okay, Martha. Okay.
you look pale, honey. Do you need a...
A little brandy, maybe. Just a drop.
Okay, Martha.
Do you mind if I...
Oh, sure. Drink away. You'll need it as the years go on.
What time is it?
2:30.
Oh, it is so late. We should be getting home. I really...
For what? You keeping the babysitter up or something?
I told you we didn't have children.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even listening. Or thinking. Yeah, whichever one applies.
We'll go in a little while.
Oh, no! Oh, no. You mustn't. Martha is changing. And Martha isn't changing for me. Martha hasn't changed for me in years. If Martha is changing, it means we'll be here for days. You are being accorded an honor. And we mustn't forget that Martha is the daughter of our beloved boss. She is his right ball, you might say.
You might not understand this, but I wish you wouldn't speak that way in front of my wife.
Oh, now.
Oh, well, you're quite right. We'll leave that sort of talk to Martha.
What sort of talk?
There you are, my pet.
Well, now.
Why, Martha, your Sunday chapel dress.
Oh, that's, most attractive.
You like it? Good. Now what the hell do you mean screaming up the stairs at me like that?
We got lonely for you, darling. We got lonely for the soft purr of your little voice.
Oh. Well, you just trot over to the bar room.
And make your little mommy a great big twin.
That's right. So, you two men have a nice little chat. You solve all the problems of the world.
Well, no.
No, what we did actually, if you'd like to know, what we did actually is we tried to figure out what you were talking about.
Aren't they something? Aren't these men the absolute end? Well, if you were so curious, why didn't you sneak upstairs and listen in?
Oh, I wouldn't have listened, Martha. I would have peeked.
It's a conspiracy.
And now we'll never know. Shucks.
So I hear you're quite a boy getting your master's when you were, what was it, 12? You hear that, George?
It's 12 and a half, actually. No, 19, really. Honey, you needn't have mentioned that.
I'm
It's...
so proud of you.
That's very impressive.
You're damn right.
I said I was impressed, Martha. I'm beside myself with jealousy. What do you want me to do? Throw up? That really is very impressive. You should be right proud.
He's a pretty nice fella.
Well, now maybe you should take over the history department one of these days.
It's the biology department.
The biology department. Excuse me. I seem preoccupied with history. What a remark. I am preoccupied with history.
George is not preoccupied with history. George is preoccupied with the history department. George is preoccupied with the history department.
Because he is not the history department, but is only in the history department. We know, Martha. We went through it when you were upstairs, getting up. We don't need to go through it again.
That's right, baby. Keep it clean. George is bogged down in the history department. George is a bog in the history department. A bog, a fen, a GD swamp, a swamp, hey swamp, hey swampy.
Yes, Martha, can I get you something?
Oh, well, you can light my cigarette if you're mine too.
No. There are limits. I mean, a man can only put up with so much without he descends a rung or two on the old evolutionary ladder, which is up your line. Sinks, Martha. And it's a funny ladder. You can't reverse yourself. Change your direction once you're descending. Now, I'll hold your hand out when it's after dark and you're afraid of the boogeyman. And I'll tote your gin bottles after midnight so no one will see. But I will not light your cigarette. And that, as they say, is that.
Jesus. Hey, you played football, huh?
Dear?
Oh, yes, I was a quarterback. But I was much more adept at boxing, really.
Boxing! You hear that, George?
Yes, Martha.
Oh, you must have been pretty good at it. You don't look like you've been hit in the face at all.
He was intercollegiate state welterweight champion.
Honey.
Well, you were.
Oh, and it looks like you've still got a pretty good body now. too.
Martha, decency forbid.
Oh, yes. He has a very firm body.
Have you? I think that's very nice.
Well, you never know, you know? Once you have it.
You never know when it's going to come in handy.
Actually, I was going to say, why give it up till you have to?
I couldn't agree with you more. I could not agree with you more.
Martha, your obscenity is
George
more than enough.
doesn't cotton much to body talk, do you, sweetheart? George doesn't like when the conversation turns to muscle, you know. Flat bellies, pectorals.
Would you like to take a walk around the garden with me?
Oh, now?
You're amused? All right.
Paunchy over there isn't too happy when the conversation turns to muscle. How much do you weigh?
150, 155.
Still at the old welterweight limit. That's pretty good. Hey, George, tell him about the boxing match we had.
Christ.
George, tell him about it.
You tell him, Martha, you're good at it.
Is he all right?
Oh, he'll be fine. So, this boxing match must have happened 20 years ago, a few years after we were married.
A boxing match. The two of you?
Really?
Yes, the two of us, really.
I can't imagine it.
Well, like I say, it was 20 years ago, and it was wartime. And Daddy got the idea that he was on a physical fitness kick, you know? Daddy's always admired physical fitness.
Uh-huh.
He says a man is only part brain. He has a body too, and it's his responsibility to keep it up.
Yeah.
He says that the brain can't work unless the body's working too.
Oh, that's not necessarily so.
Well, maybe he doesn't say that exactly, something like it. Anyway, it was wartime. And Daddy got the idea that all the men were going to learn how to box. Which, I suppose the idea was that if the Germans landed on the shore, we'd all go out and punch them to death. I don't know.
Yeah, it was probably more the principle of the thing.
Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, Daddy had us over one Sunday afternoon, and we all go out into the backyard, and Daddy puts on a pair of gloves himself, and Daddy's a strong man, you know?
Yeah.
And he asks George to box with him, and George says no, probably something about not wanting to bloody up his meal ticket.
Uh-huh.
And George says no, and Daddy is saying, "Come on, young man, what sort of son-in-law are you?" and stuff like that. So while this is going on, I don't know why I did it. I put on a pair of gloves myself. I didn't lace them up or anything. And I crept up behind George. Just kidding. And I shout, "Hey, George!" And I sort of let loose a roundhouse right, you know? And he wheels around real quick, and he catches it, pow, right in the jaw, right in the jaw. It was awful. It was funny, but it was awful. Anyway, pow, right in the jaw, and he was off balance. He must have been, because he stumbled back a few steps, and he crash landed flat into a huckleberry bush. Oh, it was, I hadn't meant it. Honestly, I hadn't. It's colored our whole life, I think. It's what he uses anyway. It's an excuse for why he hasn't gone anywhere, why he hasn't done anything. I mean, it was an accident, a real goddamn accident.
Bang! You're dead. Bang, you're dead.
Oh my goodness!
Here, let me see that, will you?
I've never been so frightened in my life.
You
Never.
bastard.
I've had it a while. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I've never been so frightened.
Later, sweetie.
Never.
Oh, I see what you're after. What do we have now? Blue games for the guests? Huh?
You prick.
Everything in its place, Martha. Everything in its own due time. Here, it's very simple. It's all spring operated. All folds up like. Oh, that is damn clever. Drinks now. Drinks for all.
Yeah, I think I need something.
I'm not.
Is that Chinese?
Probably.
You You know, I've never been so frightened in my life. Weren't you frightened, you know, just for a second?
I can't remember.
I bet you were.
Oh, now, Martha, you didn't think I was really going to kill you, did I?
You killed me, that's a laugh.
Well, now I might one of these days.
Bad chance.
Where's the John?
Oh, down the hall, first to your right.
Don't you come back with any guns or anything now.
Oh, no.
You don't need any props, do you, baby? No fake toy guns for you, eh?
May I leave my drink here?
Sure. Why not? I mean, we've got half-filled liquor bottles all over the place, wherever Martha forgets she's left them. In the linen closet, on the edge of the bathtub. I even found one in the pantry once.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
You did not.
Yes, I did. Brandy doesn't give you a hangover?
Well, I never mix. And then I don't really drink much either.
Oh, that's nice. Your husband was telling me about the chromosome business.
The what?
The chromosome, Martha. The genes, or whatever they are. You've got quite a terrifying husband there.
Oh.
No, really, he's quite terrifying, what with the chromosomes and all.
He's in the math department.
No, he's a biologist.
He's in the math department.
Biology.
Are you sure?
Well, I ought to be.
Well, I don't know who said he was in the math department.
You did, Martha.
I can't be expected to remember everything. I mean, 15 new teachers and their goddamn wives, and present company excluded, of course, and I'm expected to remember everything. So, he's a biologist. Good for him. It's less abstruse.
Abstract.
Abstruse in the sense of the recondite. Don't you tell me words. So he's a biologist. That's even better. He's right at the meat of things. You're right at the meat of things, baby.
Oh?
You know, they thought you were in the math department.
Huh, well, maybe I ought to be.
No, you stay right where you are. You stay right at the meat of things.
You're obsessed with that phrase, Martha. It's ugly.
You stay right where you are. Hell, you can take over the history department from there just as easy as you can everywhere else. Lord knows somebody's got to do it. And it's not going to be swampy over here, is it?
In my mind, Martha, you're buried up to your neck in cement. No, your nose. That's much quieter.
My husband says that you're terrified. Why are you so terrified?
I didn't know I was.
It's because of your chromosomes, dear.
Ah, the chromosome business.
What is all this about the chromosome business?
Well, you see, chromosomes are...
I know what chromosomes are, baby. I love them.
Well,
Martha sprinkles them on her cereal. She sprinkles them all over her breakfast. It's really quite simple, Martha. This young man here is coming up with a system whereby a gene can be altered. Well, not by himself. He's probably got a co-conspirator or two. The genetic makeup of a sperm cell changed, reordered, to order actually, for hair and eye color, stature, potency, I imagine hairiness, features, health, and mind. Most important, mind. All genetic imbalances will be sifted. Propensity for all diseases will be gone, longevity assured. We will have a race of men, test tube bred, incubator born, superb and sublime.
Oh, how exciting.
Of course, everyone will tend to be the same, alike. Everyone, and I'm sure I'm not wrong here, will look like this young man here.
Well, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
all right now.
It will all be rather pretty on the surface of it, quite jolly. But there will be a dank side to it, too. A certain amount of regulation will be necessary for the experiment to proceed. A certain amount of sperm tubes will we have to cut. Millions and millions of them. Millions of tiny little slicing operations that will leave just the slightest scar on the underside of the scrotum, which will assure the longevity, the sterility, actually, of the imperfect, the ugly, the stupid, the unfit.
Now look.
With this in time, we will have a race of glorious men. There will not be much music or painting, I suppose, but we will have a race of men. Smooth, dark-haired, and right at the welterweight limit.
Goody.
And of course, a race of scientists and mathematicians, each working to and dedicated for the greater glory of the super civilization. But there will be a certain loss of liberty, I imagine. But diversity will no longer be the goal. Cultures and races will become extinct. The ants will take over the world.
Are you finished?
And I am opposed to this. History, which is my favorite field, history of which I am one of the most famous bogs, will lose its multiplexity and unpredictability. With me, the variety, the surprise, the sea-changing rhythm of history will be vanished. There will be order and constancy. And I am unalterably opposed to it. I will not give up Berlin.
Don't give up, Berlin, sweetheart. What are you gonna do? Defend it with your paunch?
I don't see what Berlin has to do with anything.
There's a saloon in West Berlin, and the bar stools are 5 feet high, and the floor is so far beneath you. I will not give up things like that. No, I will not. I will fight you, young man. One hand on my scrotum, to be sure, but with my other, I will battle you to the death.
Bravo! Bravo!
That's right, and I am going to be the wave of the future.
You bet you are, baby.
You know, I don't see why you want to do all these things, dear. You know, you never told me.
Oh, for God's sake.
Most profound indication of a social malignancy. No sense of humor. None of the monoliths could take a joke. Read history. I know something about history.
You don't know much about science, do you?
Nope.
I know something about history. I know when I'm being threatened.
So everyone's going to look like you, eh?
Oh, sure. I'm going to be a personal fucking machine.
Dear!
Nice.
You mustn't!
I'm sorry.
Such language, it's...
I'm sorry, all right?
All right. When is your son?
What?
Something about your son?
Where is your son coming home?
Oh. Well, Martha, when is our son coming home?
Never mind.
Oh, come on, Martha. You brought it up in the first place. When is our son coming home?
I said, never mind. I'm sorry I brought it up.
Him up, not it. You brought him up. Well, more or less. So when is the little bugger going to appear, huh? I mean, isn't tomorrow meant to be his birthday or something?
I don't want to talk about it.
Martha is sorry she brought it up. Him. Martha doesn't want to talk about it. Him.
I don't want to talk about
Well,
it.
when is the little bugger coming home?
Honey, don't you think you...
Yes, Martha. Since you had the bad taste to bring it up in the first place, when is the little bugger coming home?
George talks disparagingly about the little bugger because he's got problems.
Oh, the little bugger's got problems. What problems has the little bugger
The
got?
little bugger has... Stop calling him that! You've got problems.
I haven't heard anything more ridiculous in my life.
I haven't either.
Honey.
George's biggest problem about the little... about our son, about our great big son, is that deep down in the furthest most pit of his gut, he's not even sure it's his own kid.
My God, you're a wicked woman.
I told you 1,000,000 times, baby, I wouldn't conceive with anybody but you.
A
You know
deeply
that.
wicked person.
My, oh
I'm not
my.
sure that this is a subject.
Martha's lying. I want you to know that right now. Martha's lying. There are very few things in this world that I am sure of, sweetheart. National boundaries, political allegiances, the level of the ocean, practical morality. None of these would I stake my stick on. But the one thing in this whole sinking world that I am sure of is my relationship, my chromosomological relationship in the creation of our blonde-eyed, blue-haired son.
I'm so glad.
That was a very pretty speech, George.
Thank you, Martha.
That rose to the occasion good. Real good.
Well, real well.
Martha knows. She knows better.
I know better. I've been to college like everybody else.
Martha been to a college. Martha been to a convent when she was a twig of a thing, too.
And I was an atheist. I still am.
Not an atheist, Martha. A pagan. Martha's the only true pagan on the eastern seaboard.
Oh, that's nice. Isn't that nice, dear?
Yes, wonderful.
She also paints blue circles around her things.
You do?
Sometimes. You want to see?
Tut, tut, tut.
Oh, tut yourself, you old floozy.
He's not a floozy. He can't be a floozy. You're a floozy.
You watch yourself.
All right. I'd like a nipper of brandy, please.
Honey, don't you think you've had enough?
Nonsense. Everybody's ready, I think.
Okay.
Nonsense.
Our son does not have blue hair, or blue eyes for that matter. Our son has green eyes like mine.
He has blue eyes, Martha.
Green.
Blue, Martha.
Green.
Oh, thank you.
Our son has the deepest, pure green eyes. Not flecked with any brown or gray, you know, hazel. He has deep green eyes like mine.
Your eyes are brown, aren't they?
They're green, they're green. They look brown in some lights, but for the most part, they're green. George has milky blue eyes, watery blue.
Make up your mind, Martha.
I was giving you the benefit of the doubt. Daddy has green eyes, too.
He does not. He's got red eyes, like a little white mouse. In fact, he is a white mouse.
You wouldn't dare say a thing like that if you were here. You're a coward.
You know that great shock of white hair and those little beady red eyes? Great big white mouse.
George hates Daddy. Not for anything Daddy's ever done to him, of course, but for his own.
Inadequacies.
That's right, baby. You hit it right on the snout. Hey, where are you going?
We need more booze, Angel.
Oh. So go.
Thank you.
He's a good bartender. A good bar nurse. The SOB, he hates my father, you know that?
Oh, come on.
No, you think I'm joking? You think I'm kidding? I never kid. I don't have a sense of humor. I have no sense of humor. A fine sense of the ridiculous, but no sense of humor.
Neither have I.
Yes, you do, honey. A quiet one.
Thank you.
You want to know why the SOB hates my father? Fine. I will tell you. I will now tell you why the SOB hates my father.
Oh, good.
Honey.
Some people feed on the calamities of others.
They do not.
Honey.
All right, shut up. All right. Mommy died early, see. And I sort of grew up with Daddy. I mean, I went away to school and stuff, but for the most part, it was just Daddy and me. Jesus, I admired the guy. I mean, I absolutely worshipped him. I still do. And he was pretty fond of me, too. You know, we had a rapport going. A real rapport.
Yeah, yeah.
And Daddy built this college. I mean, he built it up from what it was. The college is his life. He is the college.
Uh-huh.
The college is him. You know what the endowment was when he took over and what it is now? You look it up sometime.
I know, I read
All
about
right,
it.
shut up. Cutie. So after I finished school and stuff, I came around here and I sort of sat around for a while. I wasn't married or anything. Well, I was married for a week at Miss Muff's Academy for Young Ladies College. It was sort of a junior lady chatterly arrangement. The marriage. He was the lawnmower at Miss Muff's, sitting up there all naked, mowing away on his power mower. But Daddy and Miss Muff put an end to that real quick. A null, which is a laugh, because technically, you can't have an annulment if there's been entrance. Anyway, I was re-virginized, and I finished up my studies at Miss Muff's, where there was one less gardener's boy, and that was a shame, that was. And so I came back here. I sort of sat around for a while, and I played hostess, and I took care of Daddy, and it was nice. It was very nice.
Yes, yes.
What do you mean, yes, yes, how would you know? Lover. And this was around the time that I thought I wanted to marry into the college, which didn't seem to be such a stupid idea as it turned out to be. I mean, Daddy's always had a sense of history, of continuation, of... Are you sure you don't want to come over here and sit by me?
I don't think I should.
Of course, you... Sure. So Daddy had a sense of history, of continuation, and he has always had the idea in the back of his mind that he was going to have someone take over sometime when he decided to retire. A sort of succession, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Which is natural enough because when you create something, you want to have somebody to pass it on to. So I started looking for prospects with some of the men, an heir apparent. And I wasn't, you didn't have to marry me necessarily to get the prize. I mean, I wasn't the albatross. You didn't have to take me or anything like that. It was just a thought that I had in the back of my mind. And most of the new men were married, naturally.
Sure.
Like you, baby.
Like you.
But then George came along. Along came George.
Along came George bearing hooch. What are you up to?
I'm telling a story. Sit down, you might learn something.
Alrighty.
You've come back!
That's right.
Dear, he's come back.
Yes, I see, I
I'm
see.
so glad.
Oh, right. Along came George, who was young, intelligent, and bushy-tailed.
And younger than you.
And younger than me.
You by 6 years.
By 6 years, it doesn't bother me, George. Who came in bright-eyed into the history department. And you know what I did? You know what I did, dumb cluck that I am? I fell for it.
Oh, that's nice.
You should have seen it. Martha used to stand outside my window and she'd claw the turf and howl. I couldn't get any work done.
I actually fell for him. It's that there.
Martha's a romantic at heart. She is.
That I am. So I fell for him. And it was a practical match, too. I mean, Daddy was looking for
Just a minute,
someone
Martha.
to take over sometime when he
Just
decided
a
to
minute,
retire.
Martha.
And so I thought that,
Stop it, Martha!
what do you want?
I thought you were telling the story of our courtship. I didn't know you were going to start in on the other business.
Well, I am.
Well, I wouldn't if I were you.
No, you wouldn't. Well, you're not.
Now you've already sprung a leak about you know what.
What? What?
About the apple of our eye. The sprout. The little bugger. Our son. And if you start in on this business, I warn you, it's going to make me angry.
Oh, it is it?
I warn you, Martha.
You what?
I warn you.
I'm not sure that this is a time for something.
I stand warned. And so, we were going to be married. And I had it all planned out. He was the groom. He was going to be groomed. It was very simple. First, we take over the history department, and then, one day, when Daddy decided to retire, he'd take over the college, and that's the way it was supposed to be. You're getting angry, George. That's the way it was supposed to be. And Daddy seemed to think it was a pretty good idea, too, until he started watching for a couple of years, getting angrier, baby, until he started watching for a couple of years, and then realized that maybe Georgie boy just didn't have it in him. And he didn't have the stuff.
Please stop it, Martha.
The hell I will. I mean, he wasn't particularly aggressive. In fact, he seemed to be a bit of a flop. A great, big, fat flop.
I said stop it, Martha.
I hope that was an empty wine bottle, George. You can't afford to waste good wine. Not on your salary. Not on an associate professor's salary. I mean, he'd be no good at trustees dinners, fundraising. He didn't
Don't,
have
Martha, don't.
personality, you know what I mean? Which was disappointing
I
to
said
Dad,
it.
as I'm sure you
Don't.
can imagine. So here I am.
All right.
Stuck with this bog at the
All
history
right.
department, who's married to the president.
Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf? Virginia Woolf, Virginia Woolf. Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf?